Once upon a time, in a cozy little village nestled between rolling hills, lived a curious boy named Sammy. Sammy had a mop of unruly brown hair and big, bright eyes that were always filled with wonder. He was known far and wide for his insatiable curiosity and his love for books. Sammy's favorite place in the whole world was the village library, a small, quaint building filled with shelves upon shelves of books of all shapes and sizes. He spent every spare moment he had there, flipping through pages, getting lost in far-off lands, and learning about the world beyond his village. One sunny morning, as Sammy was browsing the shelves, a book caught his eye. It was unlike any other book he had ever seen. It had a shimmering cover that seemed to change colors in the light, and its pages were made of the softest, silkiest paper. Sammy reached out and gently pulled the book from the shelf. As soon as he touched it, the book emitted a soft, golden glow. Sammy's heart raced with excitement as he opened it. Inside, he found a map of a mystical forest he had never heard of before. The forest was said to be filled with magical creatures and hidden treasures. Sammy's curiosity got the best of him, and he decided to embark on an adventure to find this enchanted forest. He packed a small bag with some food, a water bottle, and a flashlight, just in case. With the magical book in hand, he set off towards the forest, which was said to lie beyond the hills that bordered his village. As Sammy walked through the rolling hills, he couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement and anticipation. He had read about many adventures in books, but now he was about to have one of his own. The path led him through dense woods, across babbling brooks, and over rocky hills.
After hours of walking, Sammy finally reached the edge of the mystical forest. He took a deep breath and entered, his heart pounding with excitement. The forest was unlike anything he had ever seen. Trees towered overhead, their leaves glistening in shades of green and gold.
As Sammy explored deeper into the forest, he encountered all sorts of magical creatures. There were talking animals, friendly fairies, and even a mischievous leprechaun who offered him a pot of gold if he could solve a riddle. Sammy laughed and thanked the leprechaun, but declined the offer. Hours turned into days as Sammy continued his adventure. He followed the map from the magical book, discovering hidden pathways and secret groves. Each step he took filled him with a sense of wonder and joy he had never known before. One evening, as the sun began to set, Sammy stumbled upon a glimmering waterfall that seemed to pour liquid gold. Beside the waterfall, he found a chest filled with the most beautiful gemstones he had ever seen. It was the treasure he had been searching for, but as he reached out to touch it, he heard a gentle voice from behind him. It was a wise old tree spirit who explained that the real treasure of the forest was not the gemstones, but the knowledge and wisdom he had gained on his journey. Sammy nodded in understanding, realizing that the adventure had changed him in ways he could never have imagined. With a heart full of gratitude, he thanked the tree spirit and made his way back to the village, where he shared his incredible adventure with his friends and family. From that day on, Sammy continued to visit the village library, but he no longer searched for books about distant lands and adventures. Instead, he began to write his own stories, filled with the magic and wonder he had discovered in the enchanted forest. And so, Sammy's adventures were not just confined to the pages of a book. They became a part of his life, reminding him that the greatest treasures are not always found in far-off places, but are often discovered within ourselves. And so, Sammy's adventures were not just confined to the pages of a book, they became a part of his life, reminding him that the greatest treasures are not always found in far-off places, but are often discovered within ourselves.